Navya and this is about my lead action project, Nature Nurturers. In my action project, I decided to conduct a session where I called a few people over and we decided to make containers to keep plants in. So first of all, we got the plants. We got flowers and other tulsi plants also, and we used these type of plastic containers to store plants, since we would be recycling plastic, and we personalize them according to our own interests. And it was sort of something like this one over here, and we also incorporated some of the elements of this. I think personalizing your plant's container really adds on to the charm, and also it increases your sense of responsibility towards it, which would obviously help the plant as it would develop and it would flourish. So that's great. And secondly, I conducted a short survey with a few people in a mall before I conducted this session to find out about just how much they interact with plants and what they do which is good for the environment. And I found out really positive results because most of the people that I asked, they had plants and they helped the environment a lot. For this activity, we used a bunch of things to decorate the containers, such as paint, tape, stickers, ribbons and thread. Here's a screenshot of my Twitter page on which I promoted ideals of reforestation, growing plants, and their benefits of having them in your house. And I also updated my followers on the execution of my action project. In my opinion, I faced quite a few challenges. To begin with, I did not have a large number of beneficiaries because I could not reach out to so many people, and that I accept as a challenge, that I faced, obviously. Secondly, I could not make a huge countable change in the community because we have come across many people who have ventured out and made projects about helping the nature and the environment which are very similar to mine, which is why it's not something very uncommon or different to which people pay a lot of attention to. My main learning was that it's not about how many people you influence. You could influence 1,000,000 people, just they know your name and they know what you've done. But I think it's better if you effectively inspire and influence even 1,000 or 100 people, because that will be better in the long run. Another thing I learned was that being a leader is difficult and you need to consider other people's feelings before you say things, which is what I had to try to control myself from scolding my friends or the people who came over to help me with my project, because being a leader is about being part of the group and not being the dictator of the group. Secondly, I learned a lot on the way about plants, and I think I will definitely incorporate it in my daily life, and I will be immersing with plants a lot more than I used to do earlier. Also, another bit of learning that I did was that planning is definitely necessary, because that is what leads to an efficient execution, and that change requires a lot of effort, especially if you want to make a change in the community. And yes, that is my point. Also, the outcomes. So the outcome of this whole action project was that I was able to make myself and the others, the beneficiaries, more open-minded about plants, flora, reforestation, all of it. And I was able to convince myself, and I was able to get people to have house plants in their house, because that would help them and that would help the environment too. So you're killing two birds with a stone. However, killing birds is wrong and it is bad. Everything else has been covered. Now to the conclusion. I'd like to conclude by saying that I believe that I have learned a lot about being a leader, and that I learned that change requires a lot of effort, and you need to give it your all. You need to give your all to the project to influence and inspire the society, and to make them help themselves and help others at the same time. Also, I learned that you need to really widen your reach for people to hear you, and I was not able to do that as well as I thought I could, and I did not reach my full potential. However, I will try harder next time, and yes, I was able to make a minor difference in this environment which might even be at stake. And we've all heard of the climate emergency, and I think I did do something which would impact the environment positively in the future. Here in this next picture are the details for my action project, which I will not be elaborating on because they are very self-explanatory. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, your family, whoever you want to share it with, and that would really help me because it would be in a way supporting me. So thank you for that, and I'd like to end this with a positive note. Empower the environment. I think LEAD has helped me find my own strengths, and I have learned my weaknesses and I will improve on them. So, thank you for helping me find these things, and I think this is a great experience for me, and it really helps my confidence, and it shows me that these things are possible and that people do listen to you.